Why, hello, my friends. It's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading. And in this reading, we are going to be doing what is next great thing coming to you. So, what can you expect to happen in the future that's pretty great? I'm kind of looking more towards the near future rather than farther off. So, and it may be kind of mundane too. We'll see what comes through. Anyways, we have 5 groups here. And obviously you can see the number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're allowed to pick more than one group, right? You can listen to more than one if you're feeling drawn to more than one pile. Listen to listen to them all if you want, whatever you're feeling really comfortable doing. Of course, I encourage you to use your intuition in choosing, because that's going to help give you a more accurate reading when you're tuning into, your gut and you're choosing with that that part of you. But yeah, I really hope that this reading gives you something to look forward to. I hope it brings some excitement to you. I hope it brings a smile to your face. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. I hope that everyone's doing great, staying warm, staying happy, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, so if you chose group number 1 here, this is your reading. I didn't put gemstones this time. I know sometimes I'll probably get some complaints about that, but that's okay. I just didn't feel like picking them out today. So we have a few things here. Let me get the cards out on the table, but I definitely see some body confidence coming for you guys. Perhaps some of you are going to have some sort of change in your body or your health in some kind of way that's going to be really positive for you. There could be an increase of energy, an increasement of energy in the near future, and of confidence coming towards you as well. I also see you overcoming a lot of obstacles, because the weirdest thing, I love cards, and it's a shame I don't sometimes live shuffle. I don't do it because I think it annoys people sometimes, and so I try not to do it, but I do it in only personal readings. But with the Hills and the Eagle, it's about obstacles to overcome and triumph over troubles and obstacles. So there you go. You guys are going to be overcoming certain obstacles that you've been dealing with. I see a lot of forward movement too, with the 8 of Wands and the Page of Wands coming out. A lot more energetic energy. I do have the feeling that some of you are going to be starting something new in terms of, for some of you, this could be a travel, like a trip of some kind. But I feel like for the majority of you, there's just some sort of confidence coming your way, essentially. I also see a lot of, how to say this, I had a brain pause there. Sorry. I see a lot of self-forgiveness, but also, damn it, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. Unconditional love. There we go. Unconditional love. And for yourself, a lot of self-compassion. And the confidence to do that. I don't know if some of you have had a hard time standing up for something or really appreciating yourself lately, but I see that coming in strongly. We also have that Spider card, which says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So some of you might find some kind of inspiration to kind of write or start saying, kind of sharing something with other people. The other thing I can get is that some of you might be getting a package very soon that you've been looking forward to receiving. Especially for those of you where you've had a lost package, it might show up. Let's see here. But body, it says, what parts of you do you need to look at more closely? What's functioning or not functioning in these areas of your life? How do you feel about your body? So there's a lot more about body confidence. And like I said, making changes that will make you feel better, as an example. And so there might be some sort of improvements in your health, your stamina, or whatever you're kind of dealing with in terms of your health. You might see some sort of improvement or movement forward. Again, I know sometimes, for me, I've dealt with a lot of skin problems, and there have been times where, acne, rosacea is essentially what I deal with. And there were times where I was feeling so frustrated. You try it when you have something like that. You try everything. Everyone has a suggestion, but you've already tried it probably 5 times. You know what I mean? Especially for those of you that have had it, fist bump. But sometimes you just get tired. and you're just like, I'm tired of trying bullshit. You know what I mean? You're just like, I can't do another diet. I can't do another medicine, another supplement, another this, another that, another face wash, another, whatever. And maybe there's some sort of renewed like drive to sort of fix certain things that are feeling, some of you might discover something that really helps you feel better too. And that might be the great thing that happens to you. You know what I mean? You might find like, for my skin, I found like a certain product that I've been using, and it's really improved my skin like drastically. I still have the redness, but the acne issue has like pretty much like decreased by like 90%. Now I think I just get the regular hormonal stuff that I think is average for many women. But maybe there's something that you guys are going to run into that are really going to help you. The cat here talks about independence and healthy boundaries, which is interesting because Neptune is it's a bit about no boundaries. So places in which you've been too forgiving, I do feel like you might be able to kind of put up that wall, which actually, if you're an empath, it can be really hard to do that, to have the guts to kind of really stand up for yourself in certain ways. So it might be that you stand up for yourself in certain ways. It could be against other people's, but people's. It could be against other people, but it could also be, against yourself. Putting boundaries up with yourself and not allowing yourself to do things. Because sometimes Neptune, I'm very Neptunian, so I can totally relate to Neptune. Because I have Neptune aspecting like a lot in my chart, but sometimes there can be like it's almost like I could tell you I like melt into the world or something, how to explain it, and sometimes I don't know how to put up my boundaries as an example, but even with myself in like diet or, trying to do something good, sometimes Neptune isn't very strict. And maybe there's some sort of like motivation that comes to you to help you really become more strict with how you're taking care of yourself in general. And again, Neptune can also be something elusive. So if you're feeling that certain outcomes were elusive or you didn't really understand how to do it and you felt like you were in a fog, as an example, it might be that you get the answer that you need and to help you kind of move forward. But I definitely see new adventures coming towards you. Like I said, new levels of confidence. I think of the Wands as probably the most confident. And particularly with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands too, it just seems like some sort of fresh breath of air that kind of comes in and makes you feel a lot more excited, energetic, as I said. I don't see, this is a vague group because I feel like I don't see specific messages here. You know what I might do actually? Let's do this. John got me these awesome steampunk cards. I'm still learning them, but let's take one, like maybe like next great thing in career as an example. Next great thing for group number 1 in career. What's the next great thing? Okay, and then what about for love? Next great thing in love for group number 1. Next great thing in, okay, airplane, and then let's see, next great thing in terms of overall. Next great thing overall. Okay, there we go, mermaid. So, okay, the mask. So let's see, this could be about pulling down, your mask in general and being more authentic as an example. It can talk about, it's important to show yourself and true skills and abilities in the workplace. If you continually sit back and hide, how will you grow? Don't be overlooked in your career path because someone didn't see you. Remove the mask and show all the wonderful attributes you have to your employer. Wow. Okay, there we go, because there's that confidence and that independence, sort of that cat energy. There's some sort of confidence coming towards you where you're kind of really taking a risk and pulling off the mask, and it's going to be to your benefit because it's going to help you get attention as an example. We also have the airplane in romance. So it says, a romance that is high energy requires both parties to be fully aligned with each other to achieve success. Slow things down so that you don't miss the importance of seeing or understanding the other party. A little space apart may also do wonders where required. Now, by the way, I want to say that with airplane, the first thing that came to my mind intuitively was that some of you might have some sort of love at a distance, and maybe you guys are going to see this person or something like that, or you might be planning to meet up or trying to make something happen. Again, it could be that you meet somebody that lives at a distance from you soon if you're single and you don't know anybody like that. But of course, it could be that you're getting the chance, you know, to understand maybe somebody that you're talking to, getting to know them a little bit better. Mermaid, so just general great thing. Beauty, youth, dreams, guided safe passage. Dreams can come true if you believe. Well, this is about, with the beauty, youth, and dreams, I really do feel that there's something about maybe your physical appearance that's improving, or you're taking the right step towards something in terms of your physical appearance. Maybe you're feeling a bit more youthful or young. If you've been feeling kind of tired and not, you know, super energetic, again, that youthful energy could kind of come in and make you feel better. And again, it might be about making some of your dreams come true as well. What's the thing that's interesting about the mask, the mermaid, and the airplane together, although they're different topics, there's something here about perhaps, and because Neptune's here as well, and it's kind of like a dreamy-like state. I wonder if some of you are really dreaming about something, yet you don't take the action on it. Maybe you perceive that there are too many difficulties or too many problems, but there's some sort of message here that you guys, that you can make something happen, that you're bold enough to kind of take that action, that you can do it. Especially even if it doesn't come to you instantly, if you put in the work and the effort, it will come to you. And I feel like that's a special message for some of you that need to know that. The thing is that sometimes, especially like if you are Neptunian, by the way, it's very much easy to daydream rather than to do. And Neptune can be very beneficial in many ways. It can make us very artistic, very sympathetic, very kind, and healing to other people. But it can also make us so that we kind of shut out, or again, we kind of live in a fantasy rather than going for things. And I've been very guilty of that in my life. There are many opportunities I've missed out because I just daydreamed about them instead of taking the proper action. So that might be something that you're kind of being guided to do, is take that action. And again, with Neptune, sometimes we can feel quite confused about what the outcome could be. So or it doesn't feel clear to us, don't worry about that, because you're going to get over whatever this is anyway. So those of you that are feeling kind of in the fog about something, I do feel like that's going to get better. So that is what I've got for you guys that chose group number 1. I hope that this helped. I know it was a little bit vague. I tried to make it a little bit more specific for you guys as much as possible. Of course, these are group readings, so I mean, of course, I can't always, you know, it's not always going to come out the way where it's for, you know, everyone has something different kind of going on in their life. So hopefully this made sense to you. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best, bright blessings. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you all in the next reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 2 here, let's find out what great thing is happening for you next. So I'm just going to pull out these cards here. Ooh, okay. Psychic abilities. If you believe. Ladder. The Wind Fairy. And the Ladybug. Okay. Well, first of all, I see a lot of water energy here, as well as air. A bit of fire as well, but I wanted to say, because I see Pisces, and then I see other water signs here too, so that might resonate with you guys. And then we have air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. And then we have this water. Let's see. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be reaching a goal. For those of you specifically that are working on making a passion project or a hobby into something, especially those of you that work or want to work in spiritual type of fields, I see that going somewhere, okay? I could see a lot of you making a pastime something successful. There is also perhaps an increasement for some of you in psychic ability. Some of you might find that one of the next great things that happens to you is you find out a prediction of yours was true. So you might find out that you predicted something for somebody, or you get like an ominous dream, or there's something in terms of like something psychic. You're gonna realize you have abilities. Again, some of you might be trying to tap into these things, and that's one thing I want to say. But if you believe, I feel like this is a specific message, and I got this when I pulled when I was like shuffling, pulling the cards. I got this message for you guys, but for some of you, anyways. One thing that's important about developing your psychic abilities is trusting in your visions, however they come. And sometimes they are going to seem ridiculous. I've had some weird ass stuff pop up into my head that did not make any sense to who I was reading. I don't do channeled messages very often, or channeled things. Even in personal readings, I usually only do it if I've read for the person a lot, and I feel like kind of a bond with them in that way. Even though I don't know them, but it's like, I don't know, something about the energy. Anyways, but like one time I remember doing one, I saw I'm not going to say what I saw, but I saw something kind of strange. It was like a type of bottle, and like that's how random it was. It was like an item, and then I found out this person collects like that kind of stuff. I felt stupid, to be honest, saying what I saw. And sometimes it's going to be like that. You might feel stupid. But you just kind of got to get it out, And also, I want to also say that even if you have failure, that's okay. Because that's the thing. Just like anything else, like, Olympic runners or athletes or something like that, you can't always be a winner. Sometimes you're going to fail, and sometimes it's not going to be right. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up if that's the case. But I feel like for a lot of you guys are going to have a premonition that comes true, or you knew something and you find out it's the truth, and you're going to be like, yes. You're going to feel maybe perhaps more confident in yourself. There's also a friend. Okay, for those of you that are looking for a friend to come into your life, I do see that, like a friend that you have a lot of fun with, that you have a lot of interest with. If you've had a hard time connecting with people that share similar interests to you, you might find that you're receiving somebody into your life that you'll be able to talk with like really well. You might even, for some of you though, you might have a friend that actually protects you in some kind of way. Like literally, like as in they, defend you, or they make you feel better, or they're kind of got your back in some kind of situation as well. But I see things kind of going up. So I feel like a lot of you, if you're feeling a little bit stuck, if you're feeling a little bit disappointed in what you've achieved thus far, please don't let your emotions overwhelm you, because you are kind of going up. And things will improve, okay? Because we have the ladybug, and it says this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. And then we have the success. And here it seems like maybe you're not realizing what you have already, and perhaps like there's just hold on, it's a little bit longer. Don't fret over what you don't quite have yet, because it's coming. Again, the 5th house is a very lucky house. It's a fire house, and it's usually considered to be like a luckier house, as an example. Some of you might want to take a gamble with the 5th house here too. Some of you might win something if you go into it with a good attitude as well. Like, play some scratch tickets. Actually, I just did a 6-month reading, and I got an update, and I told her to play the lotto, and she won like a bunch of money. That was kind of cool to hear. I was really happy to hear that. But yeah, that might be some energy for you guys, because 5th house can be the house of gambling. Water card says, what is overwhelming you in your waking life? How are you traveling emotionally in life, and are you struggling to reach your goals? See, that's the thing, water, feeling like you're kind of drowning. But I don't feel like you are. I feel like you're going to be coming up for air. So if you've been feeling like you're a little bit sluggish, it's always harder to kind of move around in water, it's a bit heavier. And so with the wind fairy, we're saying that, it's you're getting told that you're going to kind of rise above above, you know, so you won't be kind of submerged for very long. And also I see, like, with the wind and the fire, like, you know, fifth house, that fire kind of energy, I see like sparks being lit and, like, you know, things happening in general. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I did for group number 1, because I feel like some of these are very, like, kind of general messages. So let's try to get a little bit more specific. I'm going to use these steampunk tea cards that John got us. And spirit guides and angels. Those are chose group number 2. What great thing is coming up in career or work? What great thing is coming for them in career or work? Okay, airplane. What great thing is coming for them in love? Comet. Whoa, okay. We have the comet and the ring and the heart. Okay. Well, love looks kind of good. I wonder if some of you might be doing something with a friend, if you guys have. Like, maybe there's somebody coming into your life that's going to be a friend and more. Okay, the airplane. In terms of work, it says, reaching to great heights in one's career, achievement, promotion, know your direction, and rise to a higher status. Well, there you go. And financial, radical changes. Haste equals waste, so think longer and clearer if yours is a wise or a rash decision. Yeah. I think it's, well, I was asking about career more. I just wanted to read that financial stuff. So, of course, don't be wasteful, obviously. And don't gamble away too much, but it's okay to take some risks. Oh, sorry, my dog is messing with the cord. Boo-boos. Oh, goodness. Okay. Relationships are interesting. It seems like something could be heating up. There could be some sort of passion coming in. There might be a committed love coming towards you. So some of you, if you're already in a relationship, it's good, you know. The comet represents hot and heavy energy, and it's a relationship traveling at high speed that can be rather intense. Do not judge the other party too quickly. It's important to see the positive and light aspects of any relationship. So don't overthink relationships, because look at this. The ring, it represents marriage, commitment, continuity, cycle, union, coming together, valuable, long-term contract, binding, valuable, and completion. The ring symbol is facing to the left, so pay particular attention to the cards that are on the left-handed side to assess if there is a positive or negative influence. The ring represents a relationship that is valuable. This relationship must not be taken lightly when entered into it. So some of you might be meeting somebody that's very important to you. Because also the heart, I can't believe that. That's like 3 different really strong relationship cards. So you might be having some romance coming in. And it could be with somebody that's a friend that's really there for you. Protection from a powerful friend. So and that's the 5th house too. So again, there are a lot of changes perhaps in love and romance here too. With psychic abilities, maybe for some of you, you're going to have like a really strong intuitive connection with this person. Like, it's like you get each other. And with this, if you believe, maybe for some of you, if you felt disappointed in past relationships, or it seems kind of hopeless or difficult, or it seems like kind of stagnant, maybe it's like, if you believe this can happen, it can happen. Don't shoot it down before it has even happened, as an example. Especially if there are difficulties. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I like that. It looks like actually this is a big love group too. So I'm really excited. I hope that this helps give you some insight into your future. And I hope that it brings you some happiness, some joy. It brings a smile to your face. It brings some hope to your heart. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves and see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 here, this is a reading for you. Let's find out what great things are coming towards you. We have animals, gratitude. I'm just going to put all these cards out. 4th house. Some of you are moving. Some of you are going to see somebody from far away. Some of you are having a romantic partner come in from a distance. They might have a totally different background than you, is what I'm getting. And you should probably go for it. Okay. Sorry, like 5,000 messages. This one, I think, might have some more specific messages. Some of the first 2 groups, I feel like, were a little bit more vaguer. I feel like you guys are getting a little bit more specific. Okay, the Tower and the Star. You're busting out of something. Okay, something's falling apart. I know the tower seems a bit scary, but the awesome part is that the star comes after the tower, and you guys got that combo. I couldn't believe it. It doesn't happen very often that like it comes out that way, and it's always exciting when it does. So that tells me that whatever is kind of breaking down or breaking free is for your best, highest good. So I see major changes kind of coming into your life. And again, for some of you, it might be that you kind of, one of the great things is that you're going to be able to kind of start taking action towards life again. Because, of course, when I'm currently filming this, we still have COVID going on and things have been kind of weird. And a lot of people have been stuck at home. So I see a lot of you kind of busting out. Again, like I said, specifically, some of you might be moving. Specifically, you might be moving. And some of you might be freeing yourselves from like a long term problem as well, or something that you're very rooted in. Some of you might be leaving your family home as an example and going elsewhere, kind of following your dreams. And maybe for some of you, this is a scary change, possibly. Now, for others of you, you might be breaking out of certain patterns you've had, or maybe even like a long term relationship. And kind of becoming more free as an example. Some of you might actually be moving to a different country. But there's some kind of good news coming in here from a friend that's far away, I think. Because look at this. We have dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. I feel like a lot of you have somebody that's admiring you from far away. And there might be a friend of yours. And I feel like they might tell you something, like some sort of truth. Look at this, though, with a chameleon. We have truth and chameleon. Chameleon says, stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Now, this could be advice for you. If you guys do have somebody that is at a distance, that's a romantic interest, it might be wise to kind of wait and see what happens and kind of let them come to you. For others of you, it might be worth telling the truth. It kind of depends on the situation, so apply it, I guess, as you must. But if there's been somebody that's kind of been in the background and they're not really saying what's really going on, you might hear some truth about the situation that's actually really good for you. However that means. We also have gratitude. It says, focus on the things you do have rather than the things that you don't or can't have. Gratitude is another form of prayer. Practice daily. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life. So again, it might be that maybe this person's showing gratitude for you or something like that as well. And, sorry, animals. Do you feel freed or stifled? Is the situation making you feel caged or unhindered? Unhindered, sorry. Would you like to take some new risks? So there might be some sort of risk coming in here to getting what you really want. Like, focus on the things you do have rather than the things you can't or don't have. And see, that's the thing. Maybe for some of you, there's something that you can have. It just takes a lot of risk. It just takes like a big step or a big leap of faith. And that might be the next great thing that happens to you, that you kind of get out of what you are kind of stuck in. You know, the fourth house is so... I had this thing the other night. I had kind of a little bit of a meltdown the other night. I get like that sometimes. I'm plutonic. And I was just sure I wanted to die and all these horrible things. You know what I mean? I get like that sometimes. Anyways, but I was sitting there crying, listening to this song. It triggered me. And I thought about, it reminded me a lot of my own problems, which I have Pluto in the fourth on my IC. And the IC, the fourth house holds the IC, right? It's like our roots. And I kind of had this thought of myself, and I thought, I'm so tainted. It feels like like, you know, like when you have like a tree or something and there's a wire or something and it like, you know, wraps around as it grows and it's just stuck in them and you never can get rid of it. And I kind of felt like that's me. So where you're feeling kind of trapped or stuck, or you feel like stuck, where you feel like you're warped or you can't get what you want, or where you're feeling kind of restrained, I feel like you're going to get a lot of freedom from that and a lot of healing. Yeah, that's what I get. because that's what the fourth house is. If you think about the fourth house, and that's what I was kind of thinking when I was crying the other night. I thought, there's the fourth house is like, kind of like the ground, right? And then the ascendant, the descendant's like where the arms come out and we reach, pull people towards us, sort of. And then the mid-heaven's like our head, it's our reputation, it's our face, is what people see of us. And it's kind of like the highest point, you know what I mean? And this is the lowest. So it might be that there's something that's kind of deeply ingrained or deeply stuck, or it feels rooted, or it feels kind of oppressive. Anything that feels oppressive is going to be kind of lifted, and then you're going to get the chance to really change things. Especially with the chameleon, if you've been kind of holding back and just kind of being a wallflower, as an example, it might be a chance to really be truthful to who you really are. And again, you might have this person that comes in that allows you that way, to be that way. Now, spirit guides and angels, what big changes, or what are the greatest things coming in terms of career for group number 3? Career, great things for career. Okay, we have the Man card. What great things are coming in career? I'll get one more because that's not enough to know something. There could be a masculine impacting your career soon. But let's see. Great things coming in career for... Damn it, I cannot shuffle. Great things coming. Okay, what about for love? What's coming for love? What great things are coming in love for group number 3? Whoop. I have that song, the Fuck It, I Love You by Lana Del Rey. That song stuck in my head. Okay, a healing relationship with somebody wise. We have the pipe. Okay, first we'll start with the career. Okay, so we have a Man card, right? So that's representing a masculine energy. And then we have the Boot, and it says, step up to claim your victory. You have worked hard to get here. Look for the Castle card as your career type. An increased effort may be required in order to succeed in the chosen path. Putting your best foot forward, protection from danger, changing situations, travel, and success. So there might be, for some of you, like possibility for travel. But it looks like maybe you guys are getting some sort of movement in terms of career. So if you've been stifled there, I see forward movement or things just kind of going for you. Now, in terms of relationships, well, we have the pipe. And that can talk about, the pipe symbol often suggests maturity is required by all parties. You need to sit and take a good look at a relationship and not to suspect troubles with no evidence. Minor problems will dissipate just like smoke. So this might be healing to a relationship, or a relationship that's very healing, or where it's very supportive, as an example. Because in medicine here, it can talk about, taking care of things. So it might be, and by the way, the pipe can represent somebody mature. We always think of an older man. So again, some of you it might be an older person that you're dealing with. But again, there might be some sort of wisdom, and it's like you've learned from the past and that kind of thing. And you're willing to sort of heal with this person. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 3. I really hope that this gives you some insight. I hope that it brings some happiness to you. I hope it brings some hope and excitement for what's coming. And I'm wishing you all the very, 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 very best. Take care, guys, and see you all in the next reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4 here, this is your reading. So let's find out what great things are coming up in your life. What can you expect? Ooh, we have the Strength card and the 10 of Cups, the Conjunction. I see you guys coming together, possibly with somebody who is very healthy for you, or, okay, Wealth and Gorilla. I see some healing in family life, okay, possibly for some of you. If you've been having trouble with your family, I do see that improving. Also, if somebody's been gossiping about you, I want to tell you that this person's going to leave your life, okay? And in particular, so that might be for some of you, or if you're having problems with somebody at work, or somebody that's just not a positive person to be around, I do see either you finding peace within the situation or feeling backed up, or the situation will improve, but I think it'll likely improve by the person leaving your life. Like they're just going to disappear, or they're going to leave, or they won't bother you anymore, or something along those lines. I see more stability here. I do see the possibility for money coming in as well. Wealth here. I want to say, wealth is not only about our, monetary gains. It could be about, wealth of spirit. There's so many different ways to feel wealthy. So I think generally, you're going to find wealth around you in different ways, whether it's an abundance of gifts or an abundance of happiness, or, just kind of in a more abundant kind of frame of mind. And I see particularly, I do see monetary improvement though. If you guys have been struggling with money or something like that, I do see opportunities to kind of improve that, and that kind of thing. Now, Naked says, do you feel exposed or outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate, guilty, ashamed, or vulnerable? What do you need to release? Well, that's bizarre, because it says, do you feel exposed or outed in some way? And then we have this gossip. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Well, that's that person, if you guys, that's a specific message for some of you. A gossipy jerk is going to be leaving your life probably, or not out, or you're gonna put up those boundaries. You might not forgive if there's somebody who's kind of loud. I think of parrots also as kind of loud. I had a parrot. I loved him, but he was loud and obnoxious sometimes, and he was such a sweetheart though. But yeah, it might be that if you have someone around you that's kind of like always at you, you might find that you're able to kind of put up boundaries. And for some people, that's really important. And it's actually would be a great change for them, because it is hard to put up boundaries. And that's the strength card too. Whatever boundaries you put up are going to make you happier. It's going to make you emotionally happier. And this could also be an opportunity to get to know somebody, or to improve certain relationships in your life as well, to have happy relationships. Because we have the gorilla, and it says, take time to listen compassionately to those that you love, especially your family members. So again, I could see improvements in family life as well, or in relationships in general. And maybe certain people leaving your life, but that might make room for better relationships, okay? If you've been wanting to. If some of you are wanting to know whether... If some of you are wanting to know whether you'll be fine alone or out of a relationship in particular, you would be. Let's see here. I'm gonna do like I did with the other groups. So John got these T cards. I'm gonna read from the book just because I'm still learning these. I haven't had as much time to kind of sit down with them as I want to sometimes, but we'll get some specific things coming in for career and love. Group number 4. For those that chose group number 4, please tell us what great things are coming in terms of career. What's the next great thing in career? The next great thing in career. Work. The castle. And the ring. Okay. And then what about in love? Next great thing in love for group number 4. Yeah, some of you might be cutting someone out, and it's actually going to be really beneficial for you. Sometimes great things happen to us that we don't see great at the time because it's doesn't always feel great. But again, it might be strength to kind of go through with something you know you need to go through with. Castle, it says, career card, good fortune, promotion, good reputation, power and success, high regard, climbing the steps to success, large building, public places. Success is coming. You have a wonderful reputation in your chosen field. You can rise to lofty positions, however, take it slowly. Don't forget your humble beginnings, as it can get lonely at the top. I think some of you with the ring in the castle are going to get like an offer for a new position, or there's some kind of something really good coming in career, like a new contract, because the rings can represent contracts. So you might get a new contract, a renewed contract, or like I said, a raise, or something good's coming in career. Okay, and there's something about commitment. So if you're starting something and you're wondering whether it's going to last, there's something with longevity here, right? So even if you're working for yourself or wanting to kind of start your own business as an example, this could be telling you that there's something there. There's growth available. Now, the axe Uh, There has been some severe turmoil or an argument between a couple, either a lover, friend, or relative. It means something severe has happened or will happen between the parties. At times, this card can be extremely literal. Now, we have the telephone, so this talks about communication. There's some sort of cut in communication, perhaps. Literally, because that's what the act can be. Like, if it's like a heart there, it can mean that it's like, a cut in love, like the ending of a relationship as an example. But this might be a cut in... Yeah, it says a lovely symbol in relationship queries. Communication channels will flow freely, providing there are no negative cards pointing to the telephone, such as the axe or tombstone. In these cases, it can indicate communications cut. So there's some sort of communication cut. But let me ask about this a little bit more. What's about this communication that's cut? What's good about this, though? Maybe some of you are going to restore that communication, or, like I said, maybe it's a good thing, because it opens up avenues for better things. We have forgiving and learning. For some of you, there is that message that you might rejoin with somebody that, Okay, 2 messages, and this is going to be, maybe, hopefully you guys will be able to discern which one's for you, but either some of you are going to make up with somebody who you have had a no contact situation with, and you guys are going to kind of re-heal. Conjunction is maybe coming back together again because there's a strong bond, to kind of have a happy ending. For others of you, it might be that if you're cutting something out of your life or putting up boundaries, like another person as an example, or they do it to you, it's because you're meant to get to know new people as an example. You know what I mean? And there are new people to be met, and there are new like love options happening, you know what I mean, for you. Once this happens, sometimes, like I said, it can be that we get something harsh happen, but it's actually because there's something better. So I think it's going to go either way, but again, for some of you, this might be the inner strength to cut something out that you need to. And again, with that someone's leaving your life, maybe you're making that person leave your life because you're like, yeah, I've had it. I know there's better out there for me. You know what I mean? And I'm going to focus on people that have my best interests at heart. And maybe if some of you have felt vulnerable, like you couldn't do that, or you couldn't stand up to the person, you might find that you stand up much, much stronger to them. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, and again, there might be something here about worth, finding your worth, and having also a lot of financial opportunities, I think, too. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose group number 4. I really hope that this helps give some insight into your future. I hope it brought a smile to your face and hope to your heart. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 5, let's find out what great thing is happening to you next. So let's see here. We have spiritual guides, happiness, truth, ask for help from others. You have somebody coming in to help you. This might be spiritual experience for some of you. For some of you, this might be something that is physical. I think it's going to go both ways, though. And for some of you, it might be both. Okay, sorry about that. Some of you might find a mentor, a friend, or somebody that's going to help you balance things out. I feel like whoever's kind of coming into your... This isn't going to be in the form of a person, okay? This could be a future spouse for some of you, okay? It might be something that grows. And in fact, some of you might actually end up working with this person in the future. That's specific for some of you. I feel like there's somebody who has a lot of confidence in you, even if you feel like you don't have a whole lot of confidence always in yourself. Some of you are going to get, like a life partner. Like that's what's coming in. And I don't get it just from like the 7th house, which of course could be counseling. Some of you might be going to a mental health counselor or psychologist or a therapist, and that's really going to be something. It's something actually, if you've been thinking about that, if it's crossed your mind, therapy has, or something like that, this is like a divine guidance for you. And I'm being told to let you know, don't be afraid to open up, to find the truth within yourself in order to kind of become a more happy person. So that maybe is a sign you need. But the Penguin card, It says the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So I do see a renewal of hope, of excitement, of enthusiasm, a little bit more energy for some of you. But that penguin card really makes me think that a lot of you are finding somebody that's very important to you in the long run. And it may be even somebody that you'll marry. I definitely feel for a lot of you, whoever's kind of coming into your life, you can really tell this person all your truth and they will love you regardless. So you can be completely open with this person. And I do feel like this person's like spiritually sent. We have 2 cards, the Eagle, spirit integrity, connection to the angelic realms, and then we have spiritual guides as well. I really, really, really believe that there's somebody being sent to you to help you. And it's divinely guided, like a kind of like an angel on earth or something like that, that kind of thing. I also see angelic guidance in terms of health problems, perhaps. If you're feeling under the weather, there might be some sort of protection from ill health as well. I don't do health readings, but I just get that message specifically for some of you. Spirit guides and angels, what great thing is coming in their career? In career, what great things are coming in career for group number 5? Great things coming in career. I have the book here. Well, books talk to me about knowledge. Uh-oh. Some of you might be card readers. You're learning something about becoming a card reader as an example. You might have some wisdom to share there. I feel like some of you might have a mentor coming in, possibly. Let me ask about love. What's coming in love? What great thing is coming in love for group number 5? Love life. Great things happening in the love life for group number 5. I'm using these T cards that John got me, which I love. What's coming in group number 5's love life? We might have some options. 5's love life. Things are coming. Okay, let's read these. So I'm going to grab my little book because I don't know all the cards perfectly yet. So in terms of career, we have somebody who's becoming educated. Some of you might be working in teaching or something like that, or you might be taking a risk to move out of teaching as an example. Another thing I could get here is that maybe you got some of you are studying. Maybe you guys are going to take a risk to study something you want to study as an example. The cards can talk about career path. So some of you might be kind of thinking about your career path on how best to go forward with what you want to do as well. In terms of career with the pipe here, it can talk about an older colleague or like a long-standing establishment. Some of you might take a chance to get into a university that's maybe well-established. Maybe some of you are applying to Ivy Leagues and you're going to get in. Okay, if you're that young. For others of you, or, you know, maybe not Ivy Leagues, but maybe somewhere you really want to go. Maybe something prestigious. Some of you might pass an exam, as an example, if you're already in university. You might get an approval from a professor of some kind. For others of you, you might have the approval of an older colleague or a boss or something like that, and that might be a great thing. Maybe you get a pat on the back or something like that. Now, in terms of love, this is interesting. Now, the butterfly can talk about flattery, new beginnings, so you might have a new relationship coming in. The one thing I can say is that the butterfly can show temporary pleasure, like a passing love. And it could be something that's not too serious, as an example. Or maybe you perceive that. Let's see, the triangle can talk about third-party situations, I'm just going to say. So maybe there's some sort of news in regards to that. If you've, I don't know if some of you, this seems so specific. If some of you are in a third-party situation, you might find that maybe you guys have multiple people kind of hitting you up. Like you're just popular. If you've been feeling like maybe a bit shunned or something like that, it might be that you're a little bit more popular. Again, too, like I said, maybe something becomes a little bit more serious. Sometimes the bells can talk about weddings, though. Huh. Let me ask, I'm gonna just, oops, sorry, damn it. What'd I do? Well, we have soulmate here. What great things coming in love? Maybe for some of you, if you have more than one person you're interested in, one's going to stand out and one will fall away. Heart-to-heart conversations. Well, so you might be having a heart-to-heart conversation coming up that's going to help you understand maybe someone better. It could be that you find you might have somebody that you're not sure if they're serious or not. One second, I want to get one more card here. If I can reach it without falling over. Okay, there we go. It could be that some of you are talking to someone and you're not sure if they're for real or not, or if they're talking to other people, and you might find out some truth about that situation. It could be that you just have a lot of options in love. Group number 5, love life. Great things coming in the love life. I do feel like some of you are going to start to meet a soulmate, though. Somebody that you're going to marry. We have wait, the timing's not quite right. Healing and longing. So someone is secretly yearning for you. Sorry. And then we have healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. And then wait, the timing's not quite right. Could be that you have somebody around you and the time's just not quite right yet. So just kind of hold out, because maybe there's some healing that needs to happen here. But there is somebody that's longing for you, that's wanting to be with you. As an example, I do wonder if some of you are like in a third-party situation or something, though. I don't want to go into too many specifics with a general reading. I think it's irresponsible of me to do that, because I don't want to give you guys all kinds of false ideas. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different people in different situations, so I don't think it'd be ethical of me to try to pinpoint all that stuff. But I hope that made sense to you. But I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye-bye.